Hi, I'm Devin Cox. I'm president of Conversion Team. And today I'm going to talk about the best practices for an e-commerce product page. We did a bunch of research on the top brands in e-commerce, so the Amazons, the Walmarts, the Best Buys, to identify elements that are common amongst them and have been common recently. So we tracked this over the last 5 years or so. And so these are the most common elements that also are most important for conversion on an e-commerce product page. And this, we know this from A/B testing with our clients. So this is a non-exhaustive list, but these are key things. And really, the action here is to look at your site, look at your product page, and see if you're doing a good job for each of these elements. And if you're not, you should immediately test adding them. And in some cases, depending on how frequently it's used, how much of a best practice it is, you can implement these without testing, or do a shorter duration test or a lower confidence test just to kind of prove that it's not hurting, because these are things that you almost certainly should do. And I'm going to go through a few of them really quickly. But wish listing is super important. Your reviews, super important. If you're not doing QA, you should look very hard at that. It's effective for SEO and CRO. You should have an effective reference pricing or strike-through pricing strategy here. Product highlights have done extremely well in testing. Some clients are doing this at scale with AI, and it has worked. It's a little bit tricky, so it's something you'll have to kind of test your way into. Product options are typical, but scarcity callouts are great conversion boosters, and there's other ways to do this besides inventory, but super effective. Product video effective, but not effective in the first position, never effective in the first position. So somewhere in the fifth or somewhere secondary. Showrooming, talking about sizes for fashion or talking about other aspects or facets of the product for non-fashion. Shipping and returns, of course, this is your typical placement for those. The accordion, interestingly, has come back and is becoming a best practice. Not all of the top e-com sites do it, but enough of them do that it's super important to consider and should be tested. We've been having a lot of winning tests going to an accordion for simple reasons. It condenses the information, lets the user pick what they want to look at instead of wading through a giant specifications, features, or even description. And the other side benefit is it moves up your cross sells, which are extremely important on the product page. When you have an accordion, you can even get cross sells in some cases really close to the fold, maybe even above the fold, probably not, but close. Cross sells, you should have at least two today. Today we say at least two, and three test well as well. But another aspect of testing is the different algorithms or recipes that power this, whether their users also bought accessory-based recommenders, recently viewed, and other recommenders. Very important area for increasing your AOV. And if your review section doesn't look something like this, you should really work towards it. Many vendors offer this at an additional price point, but things like using faceting on reviews, searching on reviews, being able to sort and filter them easily. The search is key. And then, just brand new, you've seen it on Amazon and some other places, but the AI review summary that gives you the kind of gestalt of the reviews in like 2 sentences. This has tested well. Amazon's doing it. It's been on Amazon for more than like 4 months, so it's probably going to stick around and only increase. And we've got clients testing this in really interesting ways. So that's a really quick overview of this. There's an article that we'll link to describing each section, along with examples of each from the top e-com sites. Thanks, and hope this is helpful.